What's up? So I wanted to make a video about Big Pharma and how stupid they are, and I wanted to talk about my experience. Now, I'm going to post this on the blog here, so that way everybody knows in the future, in case YouTube or Facebook tries to take it down, that this did happen to me, that this indeed happened to me. A Big Pharma, big giant corporation has let my mother get away with this for so long without ever really doing much of puzzle piecing and adding them all together. When I say that, I mean they let me out fast. It was way faster than she wanted. She wanted me locked up indefinitely. She wanted to kill me for stealing a little bit of money. She was holding a grudge. She still, to this day, says I'm crazy and I need medication. But anyways, I want to tell you about my experience. So, I threatened to kill my mother because I was tripping out on LSD and I thought she was an alien at the time. She didn't love me enough. She was always watching her television. She left my father after swearing to an oath to God that she would be with him forever. With cancer. He's got cancer. Left him with cancer. So I was upset. I was like thinking, maybe she's like an evil lizard person or some shit. I was really tripping out. I really believed this shit. It was from drugs. It was psychosis from drug use. The first doctor to ever diagnose me correctly was a German doctor. He diagnosed me with that. The next doctor after that got confused because my mother was lying to him, probably even letting him clap the cheeks or some shit. Who knows? But that's a whole other story. Anyways, it was a mixed diagnosis from him. I got a misdiagnosis from another doctor, too, that wasn't even a psychiatrist. He was a psychologist. He said it was from post-traumatic stress disorder. But anyways, I got out of the psych ward, and I thought everything was good. I thought my mom forgave me. She was acting normal. I think my dad got us pizza that night. I forget. And I remember there was like something in the pizza. I think she put something in the pizza. I remember like little pieces of shit in the pizza or something. Like it was almost like she put mouse turds in the pizza. I don't know what it was. It might have just been normal spice. I don't know, because sometimes the pizza places they put that spice stuff in there and it's kind of hard. They almost look like yellow and round. They look like really sliced up pieces of like a pepper or something. I don't know. But anyways, I got that in my teeth. It was stuck in my teeth. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, whatever. And I needed to get high. And my downstairs neighbor, Bobby, I told my mom I needed to get high. And I think she told me downstairs neighbor, Bobby, had weed. She must have knew that he had crack in his pipe, resin crack, because when I went down there, she instantly locked the door. She took the hidden key away and locked the door instantly. And when I went to go smoke with Bobby, only 5 minutes, not even. Our conversation wasn't very good. His bull got me way too high. I started getting nervous. I had to get out of there. I ran upstairs. I was okay to run all the way upstairs. I was okay to knock on the door. And I clearly remember. I was conscious. I was sober enough to remember this. My mom slowly opened the door. I was like, come on, let's go. What's taking so long? And I remember her arm reaching out with a taser, with a stun gun, and she tased me in the stomach. I remember feeling a very, very sharp pain in my stomach. I remember collapsing, hit my head very hard, almost killing myself. It almost killed me. She almost killed myself. She almost killed me. When I say kill myself, I mean like I can't believe I let that happen. I should have fought back. I shouldn't have fell down that quick, but it was kind of like right in my heart area. So I think she hit my heart. But anyways, I passed right out. And she waited for my sister to show up to call the ambulance while my neck was almost broken. And I think I remember hearing her laughing and walking over me and shit. Then when my sister got there, she pretended she was scared. She was crying. She was all scared. She's like, Frankie, wake up, Frankie, wake up. And I remember they got me up. And I passed out in the kitchen. And I needed some water. They never gave me water. I don't remember ever getting water. And then they somehow got me to my bedroom, or I got myself there, I forget. I think I walked to the bedroom, I forget. I laid down, I passed right out, I had a concussion. They brought me to the hospital. I remember waking up in a bed in a small room with the nurse, and she was giving me a brain exam, and she told me to count backwards from 20 and I'd fall asleep. The brain exam instantly put me to sleep before I could even count backwards all the way. And then I remember waking up in another hospital bed, in an actual hospital room, with my mother by my bed, turning on and off the TV, not sure what to do. I think maybe she was even trying to annoy me or something. And I told her, Mom, I think the TV's getting hacked. And she said, you're crazy, go back to bed. She was all mad at me about it. She was very rude. She was very mean about it. And I don't remember ever leaving that hospital room. I don't ever remember leaving there, ever. So if I did leave, I did have a concussion. They never told me I had a concussion. And if I had medication prescribed to me, they never gave it to me. They never gave me any of my medicine. If I had any medicine prescribed at all, they never gave it to me. And that brings me to a new topic. This product I bought called Huma Pro on Amazon. It's got fish proteins and it's got zinc and magnesium. And zinc and magnesium is perfect for people who get hit on the head a lot. If you're suffering from concussions, this can help you remember better. It can also help you get your ass beat even more. Because now you're going to be talking about everything that happened. They're going to want to come after you even more. So I also suggest you get a nice long blade and you get some nice hot pepper spray and keep it by your side at all times. And remember, a blade isn't enough. They're very strong, some of these fat steroid junkies. They'll knock the blade right out of your hand. So you need to blind them first. You have to blind them first. It's the only way. Once you blind them, there's no way they could land a good hit on you knowingly or they can't see it. They wouldn't be able to see it at least. They'd maybe get lucky, but they'd be getting lucky. Remember, if they're trying to blow you, if they're trying to punch you with the fist, blow a punch at you in your face, they have to see where their fist is going to land. They're not going to be able to do that if they're blinded. So that's why things like bear mace are so important for anybody who's been abused. It's so important. You need to get bear mace. You need to get pepper spray. You need to call 911 on them as much as possible. You need to have proof. Otherwise, they're going to label you as crazy. They're going to say you abused yourself. They're going to say you headbutt some wall. When you actually did it, they just shoved your head into the wall. These people are that sick and psychotic. I remember so many times I'd have to barricade my door shut to keep my dad out of it because he was threatening to murder me. He was gonna beat me up and do who knows what to my unconscious body. All because I didn't like his joke, or I wasn't going along with something he said, or I pissed him off, or I didn't want him to clean up. Or I broke one thing, or I drew on the wall. Something small, something petty, something very, very, very tiny and worthless and meaningless. They made a huge scene over that. These are psychos. These are real psychos. A lot of them suffer from the crack pandemic. A lot of them are crack addict. A lot of them are meth junkie losers. A lot of them are on heroin and other forms of dope, legal or non-legal. All of them very hardcore and very addictive. When I say dope, I'm not talking about pot. I'm talking about some, spices that were made in a laboratory or something. That's the type of shit these people are on. That's what gets them going. That's what makes them so upset. That's what makes them so crazy. That's what kills their brain cells. That's what makes them forgetful. That's it right there. That's why the crack pandemic was so bad. Because of their drug. their fat and their spices and all their shit that came from the crack pandemic. Or as a side effect from the crack pandemic. That was their generation, not mine, at all. I'm not crazy at all. There's nothing wrong with me at all. At all. And I'll repeat that by saying, when I'm trying to sleep at night, my dad, he has all of his medicine on his desk. My dad has no excuse at all to go in the safe that I know of. Unless he's going to smoke weed, he does have some bud in there. I believe he might be contemplating suicide or homicide, or he's just trying to piss me off. Regardless, it goes to show he's got these things in his safe. I'm not going to say it for the sake of this video, because I think, honestly, I'm not sure what's legal, what's not. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an accomplice to any crime. I'm pretty sure he was giving them. The guy who gave it to them made a mistake. I'm pretty sure it was just all a big misunderstanding. And I'm pretty sure everybody is entitled to guns. I think we all deserve guns. If I had a gun, none of this shit would have ever happened. But anyways, because she would have been way too afraid to do some shit like that. She would have been afraid of getting shot. But anyways, I would have never been tased in the stomach if I had a gun. But anyways, we all deserve guns. We all deserve a way out, too. I believe if you're suicidal, that's your right. You deserve a way out. You deserve that. You need an easy way out. We're all going to die anyway, so who gives a fuck? And old people, they could get on hospice at any second. So why are we so afraid of people committing suicide? It doesn't make any sense at all. I get if they're kids, they don't even know what they want yet. They still got to grow up. They still got to get jobs, they got to get a family, then see. Once you get to my point in life, then you can decide shit like that. And I still think life is fucking beautiful. There's no reason to kill yourself at all. Besides for just to end some of the little bit of pain. You could end that in other ways, though. Let's say, for example, an abuser. Some piece of shit, fat bitch keeps spreading lies about me, saying I'm crazy and I need medication. When she tased me in the stomach. When she abused me my whole childhood, threatened to murder me with her husband. Said her father broke her neck. She still to this day says this. I could get her online. I could get her on video saying it all. I could get her in person saying it. We could get Jerry Springer in on this shit, and we could figure it all out. I would love for that. He'd say we all got a problem. But he'd say I'm probably more innocent because the way I grew up into it all, and the way I had so many concussions and shit, I'm suffering from not mental illness, but from a real physical brain injury. That's my problem. I have a brain injury. These people, on the other hand, they might have never been touched a day in their life. Their parents nurtured them till let them suck on the tits until they were like 10. Let them do weed and let them do whatever they want. And that's why they ended up the way they are. Because the 80s crack pandemic ruined them. The meth, the crack, the heroin, the hardcore shit. That ain't even that shit's medicine. That shit is only for really extreme cases. If you're constantly trying to commit suicide, you need a little meth. If you're stabbing yourself in the stomach every single day, you need a little meth. Oh, and that reminds me, if my mom tried to accuse me of doing that to myself, why wouldn't they test it to see, oh no, this was actually Taser. He doesn't own a Taser, he never bought a Taser. Let's put a hidden camera in his room to see what's really going on. And find her, still to this day, well, if I was in there, I would still to this day be getting tased. If that type of scenario can actually happen. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm not saying that's what is. I think she could have, though. She could have tased me a couple times in there before they let me go. She could have tased me a few times in there. It should be really scary. I think every patient should be monitored at all times. Not just in audio, but video, too. I think their whole body needs to be monitored at all times on that bed. so we can see who's abusing them. Who's putting them in these funny positions and claiming, oh, I'm trying to wake them up, when they're really the ones abusing them, making them not want to wake up in the first place while they're in a coma. These people are evil, sick, and psychotic, wannabe mobster freakazoids. The one is a literal Frankenstein. The other is going to turn into one soon. She's lost a foot almost. She's turning into one herself. I think that's why they hold grudges so hard. It's not about the money. It's not about the principle of the matter. I think it's about the fact that their life was so hard, being the way that they are. And I'm not talking about their parents. The parents were perfect little angels. Angels, never put a fucking finger on them. I'm talking about all the other people that were abusive to them. When your family tells you the truth, that's just them trying to help you. They feed you, they clothe you, they take care of you, they nurture you, they put a silver spoon up your ass, they let you do your fucking drugs, they only nag you a little bit, and then you accuse them of beating you. You're a sick psycho. Meanwhile, all your dealers are saying you're a fat loser, they hate you. They're putting meth in your stuff. I know because I hung out with one of them. Because I was really nice to his sister and he liked me. He respected me. He showed me what his operations were. He's making meth and putting it in crack cocaine. Getting all the whiteys on it. Because he knows I don't care. Because a lot of them whiteys deserve it. Look at them blue eyes. They're all invader pricks. They stole the land from us. They deserve it. I'm almost on his side completely about it. I'm not an accomplice. I almost was. But they're really evil. They're really slave masters. They're really sick and psychotic. They're really destroying America. They're really overpricing eggs and milk and all types of shit right now. Trying to kill us all slowly and covertly. Stopping us from loving each other. Like let's say me and my ex, this German girl. They're convinced her to hate me in every way, shape, or form. They'll go out of their way to hack me, to spy on me, to do all types of things to try to make her hate me even more. Tell her things, make up lies even. Say he's a sand nigger and he works with Al-Qaeda. Her father told her that the guys at the corner were all terrorists. They were just old Italians all living together. There was 10 Italians living in that home together. Not one documented Arab. So unless they were all kidnapped and they're being forced and that blood on... she allegedly saw a flag with blood on it out front of their house when her father showed her. I think he put it there. I think it was just pig's blood and he was trying to scare her away from Arabs. Because they're trying to kill us all. Because he's got Nazi ancestry. He works with the military. He is a veteran. He works with all them. He's in their club. I think it's very possible. He's a Nazi. They're trying to kill us all. And he probably is the reason why she didn't want me no more. And she cheated on me. Very likely. Very, very likely. Regardless if that's true or not, it doesn't matter. That's what they do to other people. I could be a piece of shit. Maybe I'm wrong about me. I did do a couple things that were I forgot to pay them. I promised I'd pay them. I didn't pay them. I was kind of squatting myself in a way. I was kind of... They could have reminded me. I was on a lot of shrooms. I blamed the shrooms. But anyways... I don't think I did anything wrong. I think I blamed the shrooms for it all. But anyways... regardless of if I'm right about that or not, that's what they really do to us. That's what they've been doing to us. That's what they did to the Native Americans, the Latin Native Americans. Latin and Asiatic Native Americans. That's what they've been doing to us. And they're so jealous that the Latins and Asiatics were working together on this project of America. They were so jealous they had to intrude in on it and put their fucking big noses in there. Really. That's how it all happened. And they brought blacks as slaves. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I don't know what else to say. It's all been documented. A lot of this is facts. I don't know if you believe in the facts anymore or not now that it's become part of my narrative. So, I got so many haters out there. But anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I hope this helps somebody. It probably won't, but I'm going to end it here.